Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Carmi here today to share a Thanksgiving novel with you. And this is a chapter book. It is part of a series called The Magic Tree House by Mary Pope Osborne. And when we read a book that's a part of a series, we mean that there's multiple books, so more than one book with the same characters in it. And the book always tells a different story. So this is called this is number 27 in the Magic Tree House series, and it's called Thanksgiving on Thursday. All right. All right. Prologue. So this is what happens in the very beginning before even chapter 1 starts. One summer day in Frog Creek, Pennsylvania, a mysterious treehouse appeared in the woods. 8-year-old Jack and his 7-year-old sister Annie climbed into the treehouse. They found that it was filled with books. Jack and Annie soon discovered that the treehouse was magic. It could take them to places in the books. All they had to do was point to a picture and wish to go there. While they were gone, at no time at all passes in Frog Creek. Along the way, Jack and Annie discovered that the treehouse belongs to Morgan Le Fay. Morgan is a magical librarian of Camelot, a long ago kingdom of King Arthur. She travels through time and space gathering books. Jack and Annie have many exciting adventures helping Morgan and exploring different times and places. In Magic Treehouse books 25 through 28, they will learn the art of magic. So chapter 1 is called What Feast? Come on, said Annie. She stood in the doorway to Jack's bedroom. Let's check the woods. But it's Thursday, said Jack. We're going to grandmother's soon. I know, said Annie, but I have a feeling the treehouse might be back. I think Morgan may have sent us a new rhyme. Jack trusted Annie's feelings. Okay, but we'll have to be quick, he said. He threw his notebook and pencil into his backpack. He followed her downstairs. Be back soon, Jack called to their parents. Very soon, said Dad. Don't forget, it's Thursday, said their mom. We're leaving for grandmother's at 9. I know, said Jack. We'll be back in 10 minutes, said Annie. They hurried out of their house. They ran across the yard and up into the street and into Frog Creek Woods. Jack and Annie ran through light and shadow until they stopped under the tallest oak. Yay, said Annie. You were right, said Jack. High in the tree was a magic treehouse. Jack grabbed the ladder and started up. Annie was right behind him. They climbed into the treehouse. Sunlight slanted in through the window. Good, our gifts from our last trips are still here, said Annie. She pointed to the scrolls from Shakespeare's theater and the twig from the gorillas. Proof we found the magic of the theater and the magic of the animals, said Jack. Look, said Annie. She pointed to a book laying in a dark corner. A piece of paper was sticking out of it. Jack pulled out the paper. It's from Morgan, he said. He read, Dear Jack and Annie, good luck on your third journey to find a special magic. This rhyme will guide you. To find a special magic, when we work and toil are done, gathering all together, turn 3 worlds into 1. Thank you, Morgan. So, who do we gather with? Wondered Jack. Annie held up the book. The painting on the cover showed a basket of corn and a wooden table. The title said, A Feast to Remember. We gather at a feast, she said. She pointed to the cover. I wish we could go there. Hold on, said Jack. What kind of feast? Where and when? But the wind started to blow. The treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster. Then everything was still. Absolutely still. Chapter 2 is called Shh. Jack opened his eyes. Bright golden sunlight poured into the treehouse. The air felt crisp and cool. Annie was wearing a long dress, a white cap, and an apron. Jack wore a jacket with a frilly collar. He had short pants, long socks, leather shoes, and a hat. His backpack was now a leather bag. So this is what they look like. There's not many pictures in the chapter book, so you have to kind of imagine it in your head. Do they look a little bit like maybe pilgrims? I think so. I like your hat, said Annie. It's funny. Yours too, said Jack. You look like a pilgrim, said Annie. So do you, said Jack. Oh man, I bet we're in the time of pilgrims. He and Annie scrambled to the window. The treehouse had landed in a tall oak near the edge of the forest. Red and yellow leaves rattled in the cool breeze. Past the forest was a small village, and past the village was the ocean. It looks like where the pilgrims live, said Jack. We studied it at school. He opened up the research book and found a picture of the village by the sea. He read aloud. In 1620, a group of 102 passengers sailed from England to America on a ship called the Mayflower. Many of the people on board wanted freedom of religion. They wanted to worship God in their own way. not the way the King of England made them. Others wanted a new life in a new land. Today, we call all the people who sailed on the Mayflower pilgrims. Yes, said Annie. So there he is. He's reading his research book, and they're looking out and they're seeing where they're at. Jack read on. The Pilgrims wanted to settle near New York, but a storm blew their ship north. They landed on a bay near the coast of what is now Massachusetts. 6 years before, Captain John Smith had explored the coast. He named the bay Plymouth. Plymouth, said Annie. That's where the first Thanksgiving was. Oh man, Jack smiled. So that's the feast. Wow, said Annie. My class put on a play about the first Thanksgiving. Mine too, said Jack. I played Priscilla, said Annie. I made a turkey, said Jack. Now we'll get to meet the real Priscilla, said Annie, and Squanto, and Governor Bradford, and Miles Standish. Come on. She started down the ladder. Wait, what will we say? Asked Jack. We'll just tell them hi and stuff, said Annie. Are you nuts? Said Jack. He put his book into his backpack. They won't understand who we are. We need a plan. He slung the bag over his shoulder and hurried down the ladder after Annie. Listen, we need, Jack started. I know, a plan, said Annie. But first, let's get closer to the village and just watch. Okay, said Jack, but we can't let anyone see us. We have to be careful and quiet. He and Annie started walking carefully through the woods, but they did not walk quietly. The autumn leaves crunched and crackled under their leather shoes. Shh, said Jack. I can't help it, said Annie. You're doing it too. Then we have to stop, said Jack. Let's get behind the tree and watch from there. They crunched over to a tree and to the edge of the woods. In the distance was a row of small log houses with steep thatched roofs. Jack pulled out the book. He found the part about the village. Then he pushed his glasses up and read to himself. The Pilgrims brought chickens, geese, goats, and sheep from England. They brought seeds to plant, and they knew how to make traps to catch wild animals for food. But they could not have survived without the help of the Wampanoag Indian named Squanto. Squanto taught them how to grow corn. Hi, you, Annie whispered. Jack looked up. Annie was talking to a skinny yellow dog. The dog was sniffing a tree near them. Don't let him see us, Jack whispered. Why? Said Annie. The dog looked at them and barked. That's why, said Jack. The skinny dog barked and barked again and again. 2 pilgrim men ran from the other side of the houses. Then more pilgrims appeared. They all looked in the direction of the barking. Oh no, said Jack, let's go back. We don't have a plan yet. He packed up his book and he started walking away from the tree. Suddenly, something tightened around his ankle. A tree branch snapped. Ah! Shouted Jack as he was jerked up into the air. So it sounds like he was caught in a trap. And the next, there it is. There's a picture of him. He's caught up in the trap. It's probably meant for an animal. And chapter 3 is called Wow, and we will read that next time, okay? I hope you enjoyed the book as much as I did. Bye, boys and girls.